Hello, this is Jamie Magritte. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. It's been a little while since I did a video. I'm just gonna show you how I made this card. It's using old products and not all Stampin' Up! Products. I can't even tell you what most of them are, but I just figured I enjoyed this card and I'd share how I made it. It's cute. Okay, so let's get started here. The paper products, I've got a card base, which is a thick white cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Got a piece of wood grain paper. It is this is 3 by 6, but we're gonna cut it down to size. I have a piece of brown, it's like a dark chocolatey brown, dark chocolate color. It's not a Stampin' Up! Ink, but it's close to the early espresso, but it has a little bit of texture to it. I don't know if you can see it. It was in my stash. I just trying to stash bust. And this is little less than, it's like 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. It's a little bit less than the card front size. Okay. Then I have a piece of a green plaid. It could be any pattern you choose. That seemed to go together. Then I have 3 die cut pieces of, I believe this is soft seafoam Stampin' Up! And yeah, I can't tell you what the name of the die is, because I don't have it written down. I don't even remember which one it was, but it was a Stampin' Up! Here it is. It's this die here. These I had in my stash. They were already die cut from another project that I had cut too many of. So let's get started here. The only stamps I'm going to use are this tree here. It's from Rooted in Nature. It's this tree here. And from a paper pumpkin, there's a little tiny hello. I'm going to use that one. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is stamp our trees. I'm going to use Evening Evergreen and Early Espresso ink. Stamp my trees first. I want to stamp one tree on each one of these die cuts right in the center. Just be careful not to rock your stamp, because this stamp does collect ink along the edge. So make sure you tap lightly in your ink pad. Don't rock it, just firm, even pressure. Okay, we're done with that color. Okay, then we're going to come in with Early Espresso. I'm going to stamp the hello. This is a photopolymer stamp, so you don't want to put as much pressure, because you don't want to I forget what the word is, but it makes it stretch. Okay, I don't think I got that completely inked, but it'll work. In fact, let's see if I can find a marker. I think this is it. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's pretty good. I'll leave it like that. Okay. So now I'm going to set these aside. We're going to bring in our Early Espresso piece. gonna bring in our wood grain and some multi-purpose glue, or some glue of some sort. We're gonna put glue on the back of this, and remember it's longer than it needs to be, so don't go all the way to the edge. Okay, and we're gonna do it so there's about 3/4 of an inch at this bottom and about 1/2 an inch at the top. Just make sure it's straight on the edge. Okay, then I'm gonna bring in a trimmer. I'm gonna bring in this one. Line it. This has a lip at the bottom, so I'm going to put that edge at the bottom. I'm going to line up so that this edge of the brown cardstock is right against the edge of my cutting surface. I'm going to trim that off. I probably should have waited till I put this next piece on, but that's all right. Put that aside for a minute, and we're going to put this piece on. And this is just going to have like 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to do the same thing. A little bit of glue on the back. Line it up at that edge. Put too much glue on there. Okay, we'll bring in the trimmer again. I can use any trimmer. This is the one I have on my desk. So, all right, let's put this in, and you can see it's well used. All right, actually, I'm going to trim that a little bit more. Just use my lips. Sticks off the edge. Okay. I'm going to bring in some foam squares. Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Put them on the back of this. Just need a couple on the back of each one. Okay, I'm going to kind of put these on here close to the top. We want to make sure we have them in the right order. Hello in the center, hello, it really doesn't matter. So just dry fit them so you see how much space you need between them. Okay, I'm going to put this one on first. Just stick my fingernail into that so I can get that to pop up a little bit. I'm going to bring out a tweezer, it just makes it easier. Oh, that backing's not off there. There we go. Kind of see what I'm doing so my hands aren't in the way. I think that's straight. Put this one on next. I'll center the other one in the middle. Yeah, I'm still camera and it's not too dark of a picture. Okay. All right, this last one. Try to get it centered, lined up, top and bottom. I think that looks pretty good, so we'll push them down. Okay, now I'm bringing in some linen thread. I have 3 pieces of linen thread here. You could wrap it around 3 times, or just, you could probably use less. You used your 3 strands like this. In fact, that's what I'll do. I'll show you how I actually did it. I'm gonna just put some tape runner on the back here, and I took these 3 strands, and I wanted a little bit longer than that. I wrapped it around the back. Now I want them to be a little bit apart in the back. So it looks like it just takes up a little bit of more space. And bring them around the front. Come on, stretch. There we go. Stick them into the adhesive on the back. Okay, now I'm going to take the other remaining bit. There's still 3 strands. So I'm going to go around these 3 strands. Tie a single knot first, or half of a knot, so that it gathers them together in the middle. And then I'm going to tie my bow. Adjust the loops. Trim these tails. Now this needs to be tightened up a little bit. Must have loosened. So I'm going to pull it tight. Spread those across. Go ahead and tuck them in the back. Okay, now this is going to get adhered to the front of our card. Okay, I'm going to move this bow down a little bit so I can still see my hello. Since it's tied on the ribbons on there, I can still move it. So I need to. I'm going to fluff up these bows. And I'm going to bring in some dimensionals or some gems. Let's see if I still have some on here. These are ones that are just from my stash. I've had them for years. I'm going to use these green ones. Put 3 on. Here at the bottom. There we go. There's our card we just made together. Here's the one I did previously. Thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.